What's good? I have a Mark V here today. Little prehistoric, little dinosaur here. We gotta take a trip into history. I used to do pre-delivery inspections on these when they were new. That's right, I'm old. Back in 06, I started VW in 06 or something, 07, I don't know when I started, but I was doing these when they were brand new. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Now this one's so old that it's getting all new suspension makeover. So here's all the bolts. Here's the springs and all the bushings and all the bearings and all the bellows and yellows. No, they're conies. Conies? Oh no, Bilstein. Yellows. So yeah, I'm gonna get a cracking on this. It's really nothing new. I mean, I've done this a bajillion thousand million times. So really nothing different here. I'm gonna go ahead and rack this girl and lift it up and start doing a makeover on the suspension. So it's really weird. I mean, it's kind of what I enjoy most is people that actually care about their cars, you know, enthusiasts. I deal with mostly angry, grumpy Mercedes owners that don't care about their cars. So cool, could do a little makeover, make this thing like kind of new again, but not really. Suspension, it'll be a good upgrade. I don't know how many miles this thing has. Only has 74,000 miles, so it's actually not bad. Alright, I'm gonna get cracking. It's a May of 2012. It's a 2012 car. 2012. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? 7 years. 7 years. He's been driving with these on there. These are the bump stops, or the ones that come from the car when it comes off the shipping truck, so it doesn't mess up the suspension. And it was a big deal on the Mark 7s because they discontinued using them and then they started using them again, and all the new techs didn't know that you're supposed to take them out. So a bunch of cars were getting shipped with the pucks still in there, and this is what they did before the pucks, was these, and usually 2 of them. This one's missing one. Let's go check the other side out, see if it's still on there. No, this one fell off. Alright, so almost all of them. So one side always had the bump stop thingies on. It's pretty crazy. Alright, back to this, taking this apart. Alrighty then, so I got the flange welded on, V-band, because the other size was too small, and I said F it. So then I said I didn't want them to look janky, so whatever. So here's where I'm at so far. I think I'm gonna cut this tube down for sure and have it come out the bottom over here somewhere. So it's gonna be tricky, that's for sure. So I guess I'll start cutting and see where I end up. working on the harness pan. So let me start. I kind of got off the rails here. Got a little crazy. Okay, so I laying the engine harness out. Well, that's pretty basic. I got everything plugged in except for a map sensor and this. Which reminds me, it doesn't have the map sensor harness. So I'm gonna run a map on this thing. I'm gonna have to add those in. Ugh. So I think what I did was I bought one that wasn't secondary air, unless this is the MAF connector, because I think when you get secondary air you had no map sensor, but I think they had both, even a map and a MAF. I thought I must have bought a I think I bought a non-map sensor one, because I got a throttle. The only ones that I got left are throttle and this other one, which looks awful lot like a map sensor or a MAF sensor. It plugs into my map sensor, but my map sensor is broken. So anyways, so I have to run a MAF because the tune that I'm getting requires a MAF. So that's the only reason why I'm running mass airflow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to extend these ones to the throttle body. Doesn't quite reach. And this one to the map sensor. I gotta look at the color codes. I'm pretty sure I bought a a newer one that was map based. NOx sensors are plugged in here. There's one coolant temperature sensor, one left. And then I got some powers and grounds, it looks like, and then my engine control model. I was trying to build the, it's still warm, it's crazy. I welded my E-band on here to do my downpipe, but apparently a bandsaw cannot cut stainless steel. I don't know what it is, it just doesn't want to cut through that. So I need a cutoff wheel or a cutoff. I'm not going to do that with the freaking cutoff wheel, that's going to kill me. Drive me insane. So as of now, I'm trying to fit this tray in here. So this is a tray, because originally this isn't here, it just goes straight across and this thing just goes bloop. But now it doesn't go bloop because the engine's too far back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch cut out here and then here, so I can do stuff. I got to cut out there so I can clear the engine here, so I can use this ECU pan, which I mean this harness pan, which is actually really close to fitting. Yeah, if I just take this out, if it'll work. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it. Alrighty then. So here is my tray here that I'm gonna be using for the eqiupment. It is approximately this big by this big. So I have a fuse box with no fuses. So one thing I decided that I want the key. Most people just wire these hot and like all the time, or when the constant power. I want mine to be on with the I want mine to be on with the gosh dang it, with the key on. So I'll be having this the power lug here, and so we just run power into here. That'll be from my ignition switch to here, and this will be just a common ground to chassis, ground to chassis, and then all your other grounds here that you're going to be running for whatever you want, and then your power's out to your relays. Power's out to your relays, so you pop a fuse instead of melting stuff. So my goal is to try to fit all this in here, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So, and then I also bought, this came with it, so that's like a jumper to jump these for this. I don't really know what these are for. You know, some things that I see that are just kind of like so sketchy that I never think of that, because it seems sketchy to me. But this, ow, would be power to I'm not really sure what you would use these for. Oh, maybe they came with this. Yeah, they came with this. So I guess if you just wanted these to be powered all the time, to be jump, I don't really know what you would do with this. I'm trying to think of a thing. So if you just wanted, I can't think right now. I'm not even thinking about it. Okay, so I got these, which would go in here somewhere. And then I have my relays with the pigtail. So here's the relays that I ended up going with, which are just the universal, I think these are 40 amp, 30 to 40. So I'm gonna need more of these, I'm pretty sure. Because I think I need like 6 relays. I need for both my fans, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be pulling way more than 40 amps. That's not enough for one relay. I'm not gonna risk it. And I got a couple of these little distribution blocks which you can run. So this could essentially be my positive battery to here. I could put this here and here in the box that you can't see, but I'll show you later. These will go in the box, and then you can run from your battery to here, and then to the starter or whatever. And I gotta think about what I'm gonna be doing here. And then just the ground. I thought about putting these under the hood. Actually, what I really want to do was put these under the hood, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess the battery's gonna be right behind the seat, so I don't really know what I'm gonna use these for yet. And then I got my relays, which are also just a 5-pronger. Not a lot of people use the middle prong because that's kind of just something, it supplies power or after. So I think it's linked up with, let's see, so that's 87A. So yeah, on the, so diagrams are usually on here. This means when the deactivated position. So 87A would be hot all the time. So if you wanted to use that for something, I'm not really sure. I can't think of anything for that right now. I know you use it a lot on factory cars because it'd be activated, but so it'd be hot like all the time. Like I don't know, like use it for your brights. So it would be like low beam would be 87A. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. So I also need one. I think one will be enough. One relay will be enough for my headlamps, because I'll be running probably Xenons or HIDs, which the only power, not the only, but the main power consumption is when they come on, and that's I think when you're gonna see the biggest spike, and then it'll settle down. So I don't know how many amps those really pull, but I have, how many relays do I have here? So I have power to my ECU, power to my fans, power to my ECU. Some people run designated for the coils, which I don't think I'm going to. ECU, fuel pump, just to get the car running. ECU, fuel pump, and probably do my fans first, but let's see. Let's try to get this. So, so here's this, then so it kind of be like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Maybe I'll stick these over here, screw them into here. Can't really see. So the relays here, or here, or here, or what I am gonna do probably. So I have these sheets of Kydex from when I was making holsters, so I'll probably just measure it out, put this here and then here, and my relays can go wherever, it doesn't really matter. So my relays can go here or here, just however I want to stretch the wires. So I have my power coming into my relay, and then I can tie both of these. So two of them would be, so one would be your signal in from your switch, and then out to your whatever, your component. Man, oh, I hadn't eaten all day. I didn't even realize it. I was over here staring at all the wires there, and I was kind of like, it's freaking, like, you know, it's not all there. All right, so still haven't decided really what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the key because I don't.
Are you going to hack out there with them or not?
No, not right now. In a minute. Alright, so I was trying to decide how to wire up, so I don't want it to be where you can just get in and flick the switches, or just a battery cut off. A lot of race cars use. People just use race cars, or turn one, you just turn the battery to on, and then the car's ready to go. I just wanted it kind of like where I could still use the key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like two circuits. I'll just have the one circuit for, well, I'll have the accessory circuit, which I don't think I'll really need the accessory. I might just put, I don't know, I guess I could put my gauges, and I'm not going to be running a whole lot on accessories. I guess I might as well add an accessory in case I want to add, I don't know what I would add that on accessories. I don't have anything, I don't have a blower motor or anything. But the only thing that I'm really going to have on the accessory circuit would be like gauges turn on. I mean, that could be on run, it doesn't really matter. I might add maybe some charging ports, but that's where these come into play. So you have these, so say you want just these to be hot all the time, or these to be your accessories. So you cut it, and then when you add in your wire, you'll just be get like this will be key position 1, and then this will be position 2, and then obviously they're linked together in position 2. Sorry, I'm just looking at my screen to see what I'm pointing at. But yeah, so you can cut it, and then you can have, so that way it's separate, but you'd have to have a wire coming in, obviously from the key to here to here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I went ahead and I cut this little thing of Kydex out. I'm gonna pretty much, it's gonna sit inside the box, and then it'll be like that. And then I think I'll just put all my relays here. And then this, and then I'll just have all of it tied in, and then I'll have these coming up, and yeah, it'll be pretty basic. I think I still haven't decided if I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna wire this to battery, so they'll always have a positive, the terminal 30 for the relays, and then I think I'll have one come into here from the key. So like I said, position 2 in 1, so 2 or 1 would be just a couple, because I don't have any accessories, and then position 2 would be the rest of the relays. So that way, when you turn the key off, it shuts the relays off. It doesn't just keep them on, because then like I said, someone could just get in and just, you know, flick the start button. So I want to be able to turn the key to start and have it in the run position, start position. So that's what that come into play. And then I'll just probably put these on the box, because like I said, I'll have my positive coming in to here, and then to here, and then I'll have the other one going off to the alternator or starter, whatever, maybe, depending, I don't know, really know. Because I'll have I'll have the battery coming into here, and then I'll have like my main lug for the battery will be there, and then I guess I could just throw a ground in there, but I'll have grounds here, so it doesn't matter. I can go ground to head. It's up to you, really. You can wire anything however you want. I could do this, although I don't think I have a space actually to do that, because these are kind of bulky. I noticed that a lot of people just use spade connectors instead of these. So if you use spade, you save about, you know, that much more room, and then you can get a little tighter fit in there. I mean, a lot tighter fit. Then you could run these up here. It's just up to you, however you want to wire it. But I think I'm gonna go with something like this in case I want to add more relays. I think I'm gonna have to, because I want, you know, like I said, fuel pump, fans, starter, and headlights, and then high beams. So I still need more relays here. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pick apart the harness in the back, the stock Miata harness, to get some pigtails off for my headlights and stuff like that, and it'll be totally rad.